sure everything looks good on every end. Alright. Word. Gotta get comfortable. I'm using a new mic today, so if there are any issues, let me know. You probably hear my background a lot more too. Let's see how I can do this. So the cord isn't. Alright, let's go online real quick. There you go. Let's see what it's looking like. Make sure everything looks on the up and up. Right. Let's see. Excuse me. This should be easy to mute though when I need to take a sip, because it's not like on me like that. So let's see. Boom boom. Here we go. That's what's up. So now I guess I have to wait for Mrs. Coach to let me know if the sound quality is decent enough. So boom. I'm using this cool mic. Boom. Alright, that looks good. Ooh, look at that. And the dice, they match Knave. Perfect. They came in right on time. Both of them came in today. They came in right on time for Knave. Crazy. Let's check out these dice real quick. So today we're going to do a session 0. The beginning of start our adventure. Well, possibly character creation, but definitely a session 0 for our solo adventure using Knave Second Edition. And I've got a couple other things. Knave alone has some really fantastic tables, and we'll take a look at them. I was thinking of making a list of different tables that I could possibly use from Knave, because I'm not sure if I want to start off on already knowing what kind of mission I was going to go on. I was thinking I would run it similar to the way that I ran Shadow Dart. And on Shadow Dart, how I ran it, alright, this mic isn't too bad because I don't have to worry about it rubbing against my arm or anything. This isn't too bad. So yeah, how I did Shadow Dart is I just began the adventure, and along the adventure, I ran into some adventurers, rolled to see what they were doing, and then joined their party, joined their adventure. So, super simple. So I was thinking about doing Knave the same way, but I'm not exactly sure. But we're going to check out these dice real quick. Got some new dice. And I let Mrs. Coach know they are, as long as they all fit inside of this case, I can fill this case up, because this is easy, because, you know, one day we plan on, you know, making a pretty big move and stuff. So make sure I have, you know, everything together for that move. Bada bing, bada boom. Alright, so let's take a look at these. Boom. And these are fantastic when I go to play D&D in person. Then I can put my, what do you call it? I can put my characters, my miniatures inside of these things. These are super handy dandy. Got some orange dice. I like this name brand too. Let's see if you can see that name brand on there. I guess I have to wait. So far, those I'm gonna pull out, because I'm just kicking back, because that's what I like to do. I'm gonna pull out my other dice that I got from the same company. And they're another one of my favorite as well. These cool red dice. Then we'll get into some adventure creating. Once I got my dice out. I feel like I'm missing like a pink, because I don't see any pink. I see purple. I have one that has pink, so I think I'm missing pink. I'm trying to figure out what colors I'm actually missing for my dice. But I'm just gonna pull out my dice real quick. Just my black set, my red set, so I can display them with this cool yellow and orange set, just because, you know. Boom, so we got it. There we go. I feel like something's missing. this is what I use when I'm playing solo, so then I can go back and forth and see whose go it is and stuff. This came from that Dragon Lance, the tabletop. Boom. Put these back in here. Looks like I've got plenty of dice, right? Yeah. You can never have enough dice. So I think out of all of them, this red set is my top favorite. I think I would have preferred the orange to have the white, instead of black for the numbers. But it fits our name, so clearly it is meant to be. I'm gonna put these dice over here that I have out for no reason. I'll keep my new dice in the screen. Push these off to the side. We're gonna delve in and check out the tables inside of Knave. I got some other stuff over here, some cool stuff that we can use for our solo adventure as well. So we've got Solo Dark, which I've what do you call it? Solo rules to play Shadow Dark. Perilous Wilds. I think this is the one that actually has the tables inside of it. This one has tables inside of it too. So I'm not really familiar with this. Let's see. I haven't delved into this or, random region, random place. Looks like it's got some pretty cool tables inside of this. I don't know anything about this. But I know for a fact this one has tables, a bunch of different dungeon overview, dungeon name, dungeon size, NPC occupations, traits, follower. So this has some pretty cool stuff inside of here. I was thinking if we have a little bit of time, we can look through this. Boom, 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 ba-doo, ba-doo. And Knave is on here, Ben Milton. He's a part of this as well. So, and then of course, my favorite for random tables, Loner, another solo RPG. So we're just gonna keep these on the side just for inspiration if we need them. But the Knave book has so many awesome tables inside of it. Also, because one more thing to show you and then I'll be done. Alright, so let's see, what time is it? As long as I keep on the adventure. Fantastic. Thank you, Mrs. Coach, for putting the start playing games, what you call it there. Oh, and also one more thing, I was using these erasable pens, but after one or two erases, it started to mess up the paper, so I had to start using more pencils. So I went and got some cool pencils. This one, it's pretty nice. This one's got a nice little weight to it as well. I love a good pencil. I mean, I prefer a pen, but because I make so many mistakes along the way. Hold on, there's no eraser on here. I just noticed that. That's wild. Okay, that's wild. Okay, so. Oh, okay. What's up, Soloist? What's going on? How you doing? So I was wondering, I was like, okay, because I've never seen Tor's tips on the screen on YouTube, but it was because you're using. That's wild. So new phone, who is funny? This Coach upgraded our phone. That's why I'm using different things tonight. I've got this cool handy dandy mic, boom, that I'm using for tonight. I normally have this one, but it doesn't connect to my new phone, so I can't use it anymore. It also makes I'm doing good. I don't want to speak for Mrs. Coach. I'm doing fantastic. So I hope you're doing super awesome. So you're saying, going well, word. Well, I appreciate you jumping in, double dutching in, and saying what's up. I always appreciate your time and your art. Oh man, I saw that you got you're obsessed with Shadow Dark. I saw that you got the physical book. I was like, it's on my list. I definitely want to get it. Where's my other? I have a book. The book looks awesome. It looks really cool. I'm definitely gonna grab it. Absolutely gonna grab it. Shadow Dark is very, very cool. I only have I don't want to say only, but at the current moment, I have the quick start guide for the Game Master and so on. But let's hop into this real quick. How's the mic going? What's going on? Oh man. Oh, I'll take that so that I can alter the. Thank you. Appreciate that. So I can.
Embarrassing.
Facts. She came to pick my fan remote. I didn't realize it was in the camera and stuff, but. Alright, so. Let's see. The dungeon. Dungeon making mechanics in it. And yes, the book is gorgeous. Word. Teamwork. It definitely teamwork makes the dream work. Yeah, I'm definitely gonna get my hands on Shadow Dark. I do like the quick start guide because it helps me get. Oh, I got the cord. See, there's so much going on over here now. But so far, the mic seems to be doing okay. Yeah, I've had it for a while. I was streaming video games. Video games are definitely not the thing for my YouTube channel. So maybe on a different channel. Maybe on a different channel. I do have another. Well, I haven't started it, but I'll see while doing some video games. But I think I play a little bit more TTRPGs at the moment. And when I play video games, I want to just be able to just kick back and just chill. So, and yeah, oftentimes I don't know what I'm doing. So yeah, I'm gonna use my cool new pencil that I didn't realize did not have an eraser. And this one doesn't have an eraser either. Why would I want a cool pencil without an eraser? Like, hey, that's wild. Alright, so anyway. I'm gonna put this right here. What's up, Simon? My homie Simon. What's going on, Mike? What's going on? I got this from, I couldn't find the actual character sheet from Knave. I was looking for this one, so then I didn't have to use up my black ink on that aspect, right? On this part. But there are a lot of, what do you call it? I don't know other people outside of Ben who created Knave. They have a lot of resources and a lot of different types of really cool character sheets. This is one of the things that this is one of the character sheets that I downloaded from there. So yeah, we're gonna do Knave. That's what's up. Look at that. Oh, lots of love in the chat. That's what I'm talking about. Do. I wasn't reading it. Oh, hold on, let me read. Boom, boom. Here. Yeah, alright, so let's go through this real quick. Like I said, it has a bunch of different tables, a lot of cool information. Boom, 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 ba-doo, 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 do. I have Knave, the first edition, and I did a quick review on it, but I never played it. And I haven't played Knave 2. I honestly thought the book was thicker for some reason. It is packed with some really cool things inside of it, but I didn't realize it was going to be this because, this is a regular size sheet of paper. I had no idea it would be this size. We got some chapstick. Let me get into my treasure box over here. It is convenient. It's pretty cool how small it is. I just didn't expect it to be, but like I said, it has some. It's a perfect size. So first, I'm just checking real quick to see because why would I want a pencil without an eraser? Like why would but eraser would go away anyway. So I don't know. I don't get it. So I have erasers though because of course I sketch. So I have these, and then I have my gray eraser, so we'll keep this on deck. My special gray eraser. Let me see, starting to realize smaller the better. I can dig it. It makes it convenient when you're like moving around, even around the house. It makes a difference not having to carry big books around. Shadow Dark looks like it's a really nice size. It looks like it may be maybe, I don't know, height-wise, it looks like it may be similar to this. I'm not exactly sure. But I was considering doing character creation today. Let me see what else I have to show you guys before I jump in. Yesterday I did, what do you call it? What is the name of that book? I have no idea where it is. It's in my book bag. My book bag must be somewhere else. I did Starforge. It's a sci-fi solo adventure. It looks pretty cool. I think it's the same size, just more pages. I do know that it is definitely thicker. Thank you, Mrs. Coach. Wait a minute. It says that I posted, but I didn't post anything. Wait a minute. Wait a gotta pick a minute. So thank you, Mrs. Coach, for. I knew something looked weird. I'm like tourist tips, and then your name is in blue. And I was like, I've never seen your name up there like that. So, but duh, because you have to log into through Legends and Dice. But anyway, so thank you. Hack facts. Yeah, I can't wait to get Shadow Dark, but I'm gonna keep utilizing. Using my adventure. My iPad is still logged in. Word. Look, I'm talking to myself. This is weird. This is the weirdest thing. Thanks. I had no idea who it was, so thank you for letting me know that it was you. Crazy girl. All right, let's see. She is taking over because she's the boss. And if you ask her, she will say that she is. Let's see. So PCs have 6 ability scores, which you can see right here. Their strength, dexterity, constitution, intelligence, wisdom, and charisma. So I think we can do character creation. I just kind of wanted to look through the tables. I'm going to move my cool new dice up out of the way. Maybe I'll put them away, so that I don't make any extra noise every day, all day. See? Every day, all day. That don't even sound like me talking, you know? That's wild. I don't even say every day. This is Coach. Move these dice out the way so I don't drop them and then make noise and then, cause a ruckus in the house with sleeping toddlers who may or may not be actually asleep. So I just want to leave some space so I can do some writing. There you go again, popping into tourist tips. So you must be going back from your phone. That was super cool. I'm the coolest person in this room right now. I'm alone. I am alone in this room. Let's see. If you're not familiar with Knave is super light rule system. Look at the character sheet. Super basic. These are fantastic, games to get started with. They're great games to just be able to pick up and just play and run, right then and there, or on the same day. Here go, your rules, abilities, your checks, your combat, your damage, all on these 2 pages. You really can't beat that. Let's see, writing, Ben Milton, and his name is Questing Beasts on, which I'm pretty sure many people, or anybody who's watching this probably already knows. Thank you for everybody who's taking the time out to tune in. Anybody who will tune in later, I really appreciate it. And everybody who takes the time out to like the live, it really helps out. It will make YouTube think that they're going to be like, yo, she must be pretty freaking cool. So I was trying really hard to move that cord out the way. So it was like, she's pretty freaking cool, so I'm going to push the video more. That's what YouTube would do if you all like this stuff. Boom. Man, this channel's come a long way. I'm looking at the subscriber. I remember my first subscriber. Well, I think it was me, my nephew, Mrs. Coach, were like the first subscribers. And then, what was the guy's name? Mrs. Coach, I know that she remembers. She pays attention. I pay attention too. But for some reason, he has slipped my mind. But he was one of the very first people to subscribe and to comment on one of my videos too. So let's see. This will be careers and stuff. This will be for the character creation. Like I said, I wasn't sure if I wanted to. Let's see, signs. I wanted to look at the tables inside of Knave and see how I would actually build the adventure. Like I said, I'm not sure if I want to start off with a mission in mind or do how I'm doing with Shadow Dark, and I'm just kind of. With Shadow Dark, I just started to set out to adventure inside of some dungeon for some money. And that's the only thing I was looking for was wealth. And eventually, I ran into some other adventurers. After doing a couple roles, I realized they were adventurers, and I was able to join. I did some extra roles to see exactly what they were searching in the dungeon for. They let me know, so then I joined their party. And I think they left that particular character behind because they couldn't save him, but we won't get there. We've got locations, so maybe we can roll on the locations. But I'm gonna make a little list. I'm just kind of playing around, just kicking back and just chilling. We all start somewhere. Thanks. You glad you pushed yourself to get on YouTube, learning so much and enjoying the TTRPG community? I agree. I'm glad you joined as well, soloist. I'm glad that I joined too. Yeah, all gotta start somewhere. Facts. And sometimes it takes a little time too to get your channel up and going and stuff. And and even now, I'm still learning, and Mrs. Coach and I are all still learning and stuff along the way. But if you have an idea, and I had no idea what I was doing in the beginning with the tabletop games as well, because I had started playing and I played my first game of D&D, first TTRPG in February 2023, and then I created the YouTube channel and launched it in August, a few months after. So, and the goal was just to share my journey, and I've learned so much along the way from the people helping out on the channel, commenting, just other people that I enjoy watching, soloists, Sword and Stone. Is that? I have to look his name up. My boy Corbin. A lot of cool people. Geek Gamers. Man Alone. Yeah, I can go on and on and on. But so I'm gonna use location. I'm gonna come back. I'm just gonna go through the book and see what we, just get some ideas. So just so I can come back to the page. So I definitely will use the location, structures. I guess maybe we could venture into a specific location. I kind of like that bamboo forest, to be honest. I'm gonna notate that right here. I like the bamboo. Just an idea. It's a bamboo forest. Yeah. I'm just gonna play with some ideas. Hanging out. This is what I would do. This is how I typically do session 0 for any adventure that I was running. So structures. So maybe we can venture into a specific area and utilize this right here to see exactly what we come upon. Maybe we can just build a map as we go on this cool board. You feel me? So structures will probably be another thing. I wanted to kind of build everything on the spot, but I wanted to know how to easily get back and forth to the tables that I needed. And place traits will, of course, definitely be something that I'm going to actually highlight it. I know that gets under people's skin sometimes when I highlight, But, so, let me see, signs. This might be, look, all this is good. Because, when it comes to the signs, let me see. So if we're kind of just venturing, let's say for instance, we're just building a map, we're venturing across, maybe we can do different locations. Maybe I can throw some dice. So one of the ways to build a map that I've learned, and I've learned it through 4 Against Darkness, is to take a couple dice and just throw them out. And wherever it hits, those are going to be different locations. It could be a dungeon, whatever you want to be. It could be a little town, whatever it is that whatever it is that you want to be, which I think is pretty cool. So maybe we can do that. And as we're going to, let's say, different locations, then we can roll on the different signs that we maybe come upon along the way. And then I really do like that. I like a bamboo forest. It could be a bamboo forest and a little village inside of the forest. I don't know, but I kind of like it. I like bamboo, period. Let's see, I'm new to start playing site. I have to make an account, correct? If I'd like to join a session, yeah, you'd have to make an account on there. I appreciate that. So with the cool, kind words, I appreciate that. I have a good time. I have not had, every group I've had, minus maybe one. But I played quite a few sessions. Not as much as many others and stuff, but I played some sessions, and I always have a really good time meeting new people, and everybody is normally really into the playing. We all just have a good time at playing. Another thing that I do when it comes to running the games, how I'm prepping and how I'm learning how to prep now is the same way I'm kind of prepping right now. But I would typically just create a mission, and where you guys were supposed to, just a mission, and we kind of create the rest of the story from there. And I prep right before the session, and I just create encounters. And me and the players, we just, we create the entire story, the majority of the story. We create it together. It's interesting. It's interesting to see people, the choices that they make. It's interesting. I like this. I like this world. It's a cool world where I can just be and do whatever I want to do. You know what I'm saying? So we typically go into dungeons, so maybe we can what do you call it? Adventure into something different. So let's see, you've got delving. While dungeon delving, time is tracked. Alright, so the dungeon hazard die. At the end of each turn, roll the dungeon hazard die. This would be something that we can probably utilize too. So I'm just gonna put this down. Oh, delving. Dungeon hazards. Oh, what's wrong with my... Do I need a new one? Dungeon hazards. That will help us out. I'll make a little list of tables so that I can again easily access them. It is cool to see how people solo. That's why I watch the videos. I'm curious of how other people do things, and it always sparks inspiration for me. And that's kind of how art is anyway. You kind of see the world around you, and you absorb the world around you, and then you kind of interpret it in your own way. So, and I would just call it playing solo is a great way. It is a great way to prep for your GM skills. It is absolutely. I've learned how to prep so much better from playing solo. And I've learned a lot of things from playing solo that I incorporate into my games and stuff like that. Prep is definitely one of them. Do-do-do, I'm going to get my chapstick because my lips are a little chapped. Do-do-do-do-do-do-do. Ah, there we go. Oh my god, it's crazy. I've got 1 million chapsticks and I can never find them. It's wild. Alright, so far we've got some... Yeah, I think we're gonna just jump into an adventure. Not right now, but for Friday's video, I'm just going to delve and maybe drop some dice out, and then that's how we're gonna build the structure or the different locations that we can come upon. We'll use all these tables because it looks like it's good. Here's a hella chapter. Well, I had to. Maybe I should drink some water too. Let me get some water. Let me get a sip of water. Oh, you know what? I'm gonna drink some. No, I'm not gonna open that up because I'm not gonna drink it all right now. That's good water. Alright, so we're gonna use this section. This would be a good idea if we're gonna use dungeons. I'm not sure if we're gonna actually delve into an actual dungeon. Maybe it could be something else. That's supposed to be a question mark. I don't know what happened. And I have a Dragonbane adventure coming up on Wednesday. Hopefully all the players will be able to come through. Let me see. Room details. This will be fantastic because maybe we can enter into houses. I don't know. Maybe it can be some type of ruin. Maybe some type of ruins. Just jotting some ideas down. Ruins, and then I kind of like the bamboo forest as well. So maybe some type of ruins inside of the bamboo forest. I guess what anybody be typically adventuring for is maybe to gain strength and to gain wealth, possibly. So we've got dungeon trap effects is probably definitely something that we would utilize. So I'll put this one right here because that's... And let's see, trap effects. Hazards. So I'm not even going to, let's see, so 16 will come back there. And, uh-oh, there it is. So trap effects and hazards. Mechanisms. Well, I guess that would kind of go with it too, the mechanisms. We can probably utilize that for traps. And maybe, I don't know if maybe I'll create some other tables to, let's see. We'll figure it out. So, and then we've got different types of encounters. We've got, will be handy dandy right here. The NPC reaction. I like this right here. So you roll 2d6. You got an option to kill the NPCs. Hopefully I can say that on YouTube. You can injure or capture the NPCs. You can harass or rob the NPCs. These are great reactions, which will, can create something really cool. So, insult, threaten, or command the PCs, avoid the PCs, ignore the PCs, follow or observe the PCs, would be interesting. Greet or question the PCs, perform minor favors for the PCs, ask to join the PC's party. These are great. NPC react. This is a great NPC reaction table. I don't think I've seen one like this before. Encounters. I probably may have one in some of the books, but I just gotta get there. Let's see. And activities. How will we use that? Let's see. Activity. The current activity of the encountered creature depends on the creature type, environment, etc. But the most important thing is to have them doing more than just waiting for the PCs to arrive. That's a good idea. Oh my god. Yeah, imagine us coming upon someone and it's, what do you call it? I don't know. That murdering. Let's see, so, because I was wondering how to utilize the activities, but then it's right here. So, yeah. So, what you call it? What's your favorite part about Knave compared to other systems? I haven't really gotten into Knave at the current moment, but as far as the book goes, all the many different options when it comes to that you can utilize for your games that you run and for solo sessions. So, and what about Shadow Dark? Why is Shadow Dark becoming your at least right now? I don't know if it's your favorite right now. I have to go back up to the comments so that way I don't misquote you. But what about Shadow Dark has your attention? You know what I'm saying? At the moment, I'm gonna utilize this page. This is gonna be fantastic because again, I think we're gonna venture into some type of ruins, into a bamboo forest. But we'll roll on that dice, so we're not gonna worry about combat. We're just gonna learn along the way because that's what we do here. So, and it's such a simple book to get started. So, and I'll probably go over this maybe sometime before I record. Let's see. So we got our spells. The artwork in here is super cool. I don't know if Ben did the art because I could have sworn somebody. Art by Peter Mullen. The name sounds familiar. It sounds super familiar. It looks like kind of like DCC. I will look in later. So we got our spells, which we don't. I'm not sure what type of character. I wasn't sure if we were going to create a character tonight or save it for the, Friday's video so it can be, what you call it, an actual solo adventure, including character creation. You're good, I think, for Shadow Dark. I like the magic system. It's so easy to learn and digest, and the mechanics behind distance, it's easy. It's like close, near, and far. I remember that part. I don't remember much about the magic. I don't think I even have a magic user. I can't remember what kind of character I had. And I haven't delved into the magic system. What's up, Dean? Pop in and say this game's the best. Can't wait to check this video out later. Thanks for highlighting this amazing game. I appreciate you, Dean. Sorry that you can't stay and hang out. I feel like my top favorite right now is Karen because it's just 3 abilities. Yeah, I agree with Karen is up. Karen is up there. I think Karen and Mouse Ritter. I really like Mouse Ritter a lot. It's a really cool game. It's a really cute game. I like it so far. I like it a lot. I have Cloud Empress, and so I want to do a video on that soon. Cloud Empress. Let's see. So we're not gonna worry about generating spells or mutations. Interesting. I like Mouse Ritter. It's still Mouse Ritter and Cairn. I can't say Knave yet, but I do like the tables inside the name. Shadow Dark is definitely up there. I do love my Dragonbane. I love playing Dragonbane. So we don't need these parts. Equipment. We won't need this section at the moment. Weapons. It's buildings. Alright, let's check this out. So, this is running a business. Businesses and other investments generally bring in D10% of their cost each year in profit, assuming everything goes as planned. This is interesting. Warfare. And we'll look over let me see. We're doing good on time, so we'll go back on here in this area right here as far as your roles and stuff. We'll look through that in a second. And let's see, city themes. Yeah, I don't know how we're gonna start this adventure. Let's see. Still understanding torch stain shadow dark is supposed to add more time pressure because there's no light vision for any of the races, so it makes things a lot more dangerous. I love that it's a good mix of OSR and modern. It is. I have noticed that it is definitely a nice mixture in between. I feel like that about Dragonbane. I think it's a mixture between old school and new school, to be honest. So I'm still learning about the torch system as well. So I'll be playing. I have a couple games that I'm playing at the moment. So DCC, Shadow Dark, I Dragonbane, I think too. But and then we'll start doing Knave. So buildings. This will probably be beneficial right here. Is the buildings. And I'll use some of these as well. City themes, city events, maybe a city event. That could be something. Definitely street details. It's got so many tables inside here. I love good tables. I think I need to do, because it's tripping. I've been using them though, so, which is a good thing. Oh, and then Mother. I haven't gotten into Mothership, but I'm curious about Mothership as well. I would like to start playing a game. They have some things inside of their stress. We'll delve a little bit, maybe on live next week. Let's see. What else I was gonna do? Oh, buildings. I'm gonna write all this onto paper. Let's see, 47. I didn't even know we went that far. Let's see. So we've got end name. City events would be something that we can play with. Definitely the buildings. Street details, possibly. Maybe so we can kind of flesh out. I was thinking, I have so many other books over here on the side that I was going to possibly utilize for this adventure, but it looks like the Knave book alone is sufficient for running it. I was thinking that it would be, to be honest. Let me see if we run into certain factions. We've got missions. So then maybe if we, again, we're just going to venture out into, I don't know if it's going to be ruins. I'm not sure where, but some type of bamboo forest around. I don't know. We'll see. Face, building, defraud. This will be great right here. Missions. Impress faction. So we'll figure out, I'm thinking we'll just figure out what the mission is as we delve into the adventure. We'll just kind of go along, make it up along the way. I hope that makes sense. So we're not going to plan anything. Only thing I'm planning out is so I can make it easier to see what type of tables we're working with and what tables I would like to utilize. And then making a nice little list so I can jump back and forth to those tables pretty easy. It does not have an index, but it does have some maps in the back. We'll check that out in a few minutes. Let me do time check. Missions, yeah. So we'll use this. Maybe again we'll do just like Shadow Dark, where we just come in contact with some. We'll just find the mission along the way. We'll just throw the PC out into an area and we'll just have them start exploring. So that's gonna be 51. So we can easily get to that. Boom, boom. And I don't know, maybe we'll utilize the factions trait. We've got recruiting. Ooh, they've got downtime right here. I don't know, maybe we can start for one PC and as we go we can maybe recruit another one along the way. Personalities is going to be for the NPC or whoever you are recruiting. Or this can serve as just NPCs in general. So this would be fantastic to utilize as we're adventuring into wherever area we're going to adventure into. So NPCs, we can create our NPCs on the spot. This is pretty cool. This has a lot of great tables inside of it. And we've got our monsters. I'm gonna just take a few of these monsters, but it's, let me see. Oh, the bestiary. Yeah, I'm gonna make a list from the bestiary so that way I can randomly roll on the bestiary to see exactly. Let me see. To see exactly what we come upon. See, the art is nice. So, monsters, I guess you can create your own monsters. So you got your bestiary, and then you've got other where I guess you can create it. So maybe we can just create it along the way. So we don't necessarily have to create a table to roll on when we can just randomly create the monster. Should be pretty interesting. So yeah, let's do that. We'll put the monster down. So at least we know that we have a bestiary already ready. And of course we can create these monsters along the way so we can do a random roll to see exactly what we come upon. Yeah, you can create, it looks like this is just a fantastic tool for GM and for solo equally, for both. Knave 2E. Make sure we're on the same page. So monsters, yeah, we'll just create them along the way. See how it goes. A lot of times, a lot of things that I do on here is straight trial and error. So, and I kind of learn along the way. And I kind of absolutely do learn a lot of stuff along the way. So, do. And before, Mrs. Coach was pushing me to go live, right? I'm like, I was nervous to go live and stuff. But like, now I still make plenty of mistakes, but now I'm just more confident in making mistakes. If that makes sense. A lot more confident in making mistakes because I don't prep for the live and stuff. I just come on here and do my prepping on live. So cool. We got a nice thing for the monsters' weaknesses, like alcohol. That's funny. Word. So it's my people's gameplay example. We don't necessarily need that. Designer's commentary. Let's see. Random tables. Mistakes all the time. I'm like, whatever, I can dig that. That's what it takes a lot to get, to be there where it's okay. It's okay because you're gonna make lots of, as long as you're having fun. I agree 100%. You're gonna make plenty of mistakes along the way, and even when I'm running games and stuff, I look back. There are things that I could have done different. I just kind of learn along the way and get better along the way, or aim to get better. I was telling somebody else. My mother was telling me, she's like, the world is waiting to kind of kick you in your butt cheeks, right? So she was telling me to say that, I don't need to do it for myself. She's like, don't beat yourself up because again, the world they'll do it for you. You don't have to do it to yourself. So you don't have to double beat. You don't have to double beat. You know what I'm saying? So, let's see. So random tables. I was just randomly looking at the designer's commentary. I think we've got some good stuff to work with. So we've got a location table that we can play with, and some dungeon hazards. Like I said, I don't think we're gonna delve into a dungeon, but I don't know. You never know. We got a structure, table for structure. I kind of want to be in a bamboo forest or around bamboo forest. Maybe it's different locations within it. I was thinking maybe ruins, but maybe I'll set it up to where it's actually people. I was thinking for the map, we would just take some dice and just throw them out, and then pick create our locations from there. And you've got encounter tables, so when we run into whoever we're running into, you got NPCs. That's what we're gonna do. What is the encounter table again? 19. Okay, yes. So this is another one, NPC reaction. So I need to put that encounters. So I think I can remember that reactions. So, let's say for instance we run, into factions along the way, or just regular NPCs. Maybe they can send us the one who will send us off on our mission. We don't know who's gonna send us off on our mission yet. Ooh, maybe ruins are hidden within the bamboo forest, but there's a spirit protecting the location of the ruins. I like that. Woo! I like it. Appreciate that, so I'm gonna actually write that down a little bit. Just an idea. I'm trying to say. No, I appreciate that. That's what the live is for and stuff. I appreciate the what do you call it? I appreciate you hopping in. That's what this is for. Solo session. Anybody, feel free to drop it in the comments. I hope I remind you guys that you can do that anytime we go live. Just drop it in the comments. Any suggestions, I do let them know. So I appreciate that, solos. So ruins are hidden. Hidden ruins. So, because I was trying to figure out, I didn't want it to just be bamboo forest and just a bunch of ruins. I wanted to be people, things going on around and stuff. So I do like that. Maybe I'll make it hidden. Boom. So maybe again, we don't know who's gonna send us, but someone is gonna send us on a mission somehow. Or maybe we'll see it on a bulletin board. Who knows? We'll figure it out. Tell her what's okay, Mrs. Coach. Mrs. Coach and Baby Coach trying to tell me enough. All right, what to do? Okay. Wow, they definitely between the two of them, sheesha deesha. And then when Baby Coach is telling Mrs. Coach what to do, I'm just sitting back. I'm like, yeah, that's what you get. Good. Tell her what to do. She's 3. Let's see, do a time check because I gotta get my cutie patootie sleep. Let me take a step back so I can get a sip. So, random tables, much is often made of whether a game's rules are good. But in my view, the actual content of a game, the situations, locations, events, NPCs, often has a bigger effect on the experience than mechanics. Knave's random tables, which expand upon the tables from my previous game, Maze Rats, which I do have, aim to make creating game content as fast and even entertaining process that makes the world feel surprising and alive. I can't build the world for the GM, but I can at least provide all the pieces to do so. Inspiration, perilous wows, see? Boom. Shouts out to Brian. Brian's put me on to the best books around. That's how I found out about Mouse Ritter, Mothership. I don't even think I heard of Mothership until Brian. Mothership, Cloud Empress I hadn't heard of. What else? Boom, 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 boom. This right here, I've never heard of it until I've never heard of it. Okay? So, but this has like some pretty cool tables inside of it, so that's interesting that this was in here as far as inspirations go. So maybe we'll do a video where we can delve into, I don't know if this is like it's its own system. It's interesting. Yeah, so I guess I shall delve into this one of these days. Maybe we can do it on a live kickback. Ask, say, or roll. Yeah, this might be an interesting game, so we'll check it out. On a different, so perilous wows. Let's see. There. So Knave is a classless. That's funny. It is a classlessness. It just sounded funny. It's just so classless. It sounded funny. It's classlessness. Knave has no classes, allowing players to determine their PC's niche by the abilities they improve. I like that. And the gear they're carrying. Oh my gosh. Okay, anybody, if you guys watch anime out there, I just classlessness. Classlessnesses. Man, okay. So, okay, so this is anime. And I saw it flash because I have Crunchyroll, so I saw it popping up. It's called the, Solo Leveling, okay? It is a really, really great, I'm like a few episodes in, but Solo Leveling is fantastic. It's really good. It's a good anime. It's a good anime. So, but that's how he was. He was kind of, leveling up, like, kind of like a video game and stuff like that. He would put, gain skills or gain points, and he would place them in different categories. Strength, different things where he wanted to get bigger in. So it kind of reminds me of life in general and stuff. Wherever you, different abilities, wherever you want to get better at, you would naturally put time into that. I love that Kieran is classless too. Classless. Doesn't matter who you are, you can cast a spell and hold a big sword. I like that as well. And I like the fact, I like being able to do that with my character. I like my character that honestly have a balance of intellect and be able to kind of wield a sword. He doesn't have to be like a barbarian to that extreme, but I like a balance, you know what I'm saying? I like a balance. I like Karen. I can't wait to get the Wardens, I can't remember what it's called, the Warden something. That reminds me of Carnage and Aether. You can go through multiple masteries. I haven't delved into those yet, but definitely. Oh, walking around. Let's see. Into the Eye. I've heard of that too. I've seen it and I've had it in my cart, but I don't really know much about it. GURPS. I see other people that play it, but I don't know much about that either. Let's see. Oh, awesome. He kind of like took different areas and stuff to talk about it. Mm-hmm. See, like the different areas inside of the book. Encounters. I added an activities table to the encounter procedure because I like the game world to feel alive and active. I like that. That's why I like the idea of that encounters, of the activities of what they're doing and stuff. It's pretty cool. Knave is it's a fantastic book. Like I said, even if you don't run it as the actual system, the book, the tables alone inside of it are honestly a great treat. A great treat and a great tool for, again, you know, like I said, GM and soloist. Soloist. I'm talking to soloist. um, let's see. So you want the game world to feel alive and active, and it greatly expands the possibilities and space of how the encounter can play out. I agree 100%. I also made the reaction table very specific, which I like. Very other old school RPGs to aid the GM in role playing. See, combat. I like that. With how, I didn't read this section before, but I like that. I'm gonna have to go through it and stuff. Layout. Yeah. Let me read about the ability scores. So Knave ability scores are an intuitive 0 to 11 scale rather than the traditional 3 to 18, starting out at a 0 to 3. Since ability scores are added to a d20, just in case you don't know, that's this. It's a d20. And I also have these cool new dice, another d20, yellow. Let's see, a d20 and are usually trying to hit a target number of 16. This means that a PC's chance of success starts at 25% to 40% at low levels, increasing by 5% per level if the ability is improved. This is very close to improvement rate of saving throws and attack bonuses for human characters in most old school RPGs. Since ability scores can be turned into target numbers, just add 11. All the checks are reversible, allowing either side to do the rolling without changing the odds of success. This lets the game be played with only the players doing the rolling if that's the group preference. I enjoy doing rolls as well. I enjoy rolling dice as a GM and as a player. Aw, man, I'll see you later, soloist. I'm getting ready to hop off myself, getting ready to wrap things up. So I think we've got a good, and soloist helped us out as far as hidden ruins in a bamboo forest. Maybe it can be like some sort of village. So I'm gonna figure out what kind of village. Let me see, because this has locations in it though. It's gonna be 10. See, that's why we put that there. Oh, here we go. So now as far as the check, so you roll a d20 plus the ability score plus some modifiers. If the total equals or exceeds 11 plus the task difficulty, then you succeed. Opposing ability scores and armor points can be used as a task difficulty. If a creature doesn't have ability scores, substitute its level, half its level, or 0. GM's call. Let's see, so attacks. You've got initiative, so attacks is what we'll do. Make a check using a strength or wisdom. Okay. Oh, wisdom for range. Okay. So strength for melee and wisdom for ranged attacks versus the defender's armor class. On the 21 plus, the attacker may succeed at a free maneuver. Alright. See, it's such a. It seems so. That's why I wasn't gonna worry about reading all of that, because I figured we could just hop in and just start. It's super simple and super basic. So let's check out 10, because I had an idea. I was going to use one of the books to create an actual name. Oh, look at that. And weather. Weather will probably be a good, what you call it? So I'm going to put that up there so that I can easily get back. So we can figure out what type of weather is going on. We can have, really, help to immerse ourselves and our characters or ourselves. into the game. So we've got different locations. This is where we came up with already the bamboo forest because I found that there. And then ruins as well, so we don't need that part. So maybe we can come into like a village. Let me figure out like a village name. It had names in here too. But one of my favorites. So we already know we're going around kind of like a bamboo forest. And let's see. Let me pull one of my cool books out. Because it has smooth. And this one is super cool. It has adventure seeds. If we wanted to start off with an adventure. I'm not sure if I want to do that or if I just want to just jump into exploring this place and then just see what we come upon. Which I think will be pretty interesting, a pretty interesting journey. We've got random events that we can kind of throw into the mix if it's something that we desire to do. Mystical locations. Maybe we can figure out. So maybe this ruin can have something. Let's roll on this real quick, just to get an idea. I'm just gonna play around. So we're gonna do 2d6 because why not, right? This is what we do on session 0. We just kind of play around and just create. So we get it's gonna be a 23 because that's how it's gonna be read. That's how you do the d66. Let's see, or a 32. So let's try 23 first. Let's see, look, I passed it. Spectral come on now. So it must be destined for us to do this. So spectral ruins, the remains of an ancient city now inhabited by spirits and shadows. Man, I have to what you call it? I have to hit up so I can let them know that this is what I came upon. So okay. The remains of an ancient city now inhabited by spirits and shadows. The spirits might offer wisdom, but their intentions are often inscrutable. That's interesting. So let's see if we do a 32, just out of curiosity. I'm going to write this down. Spectral ruins. That's pretty cool. So I'm going to say that that's probably what we're supposed to do is go into some type of ruins. And what did Solus say? Let me see. So they said maybe ruins are hidden within the bamboo forest, but there's a spirit protecting the location of the ruins. Spectral ruins, spirit protecting location. I like that. And it's crazy that we rolled on that protecting location. Maybe there's something there. Maybe that's something we can figure out along the way. What it is there. Maybe our character has heard. I'm probably gonna make 2 characters. Maybe our character has heard of these special ruins, so we came into this area searching for this ruins. That's when we come upon this specific, maybe a little small village and stuff. Maybe gather some information on where they can maybe they can guide us to this hidden ruin. I don't know. We'll see. I'm gonna play around with that. If you have any suggestions, definitely drop them in the chat. I'm gonna see what a 32. 32 is the Eerie Echo Cave. So a cave known for its unusual acoustics. Words spoken here and are carried throughout the cave, sometimes distorting their meaning. So maybe we can actually utilize the mystical location, because I like these tables as well. And if I have something, I'm gonna use it, because why not, right? So maybe we can utilize this during our game. So we already know that our characters are searching for some type of spectral ruins. Maybe they have something, they house something. I don't know if our character is going to know what they house there, or if our character is just a curious adventurer who likes to go into mystical places, mystical locations. That doesn't sound like a bad idea. Let's see, it's 10:32. I'm going to get ready to wrap things up, but I think we've got a good set. So we already know that we're going to venture into some type of village. We're going to venture in some type of forest. We're going to end up hitting a village, a small village along the way. We don't know where this hidden ruins is going to be. But we know that it's some type of mysterious location, and our characters are going to be curious and want to, or aim to adventure into mysterious locations, including areas where they can possibly gain some sort of wealth. You feel me? So that's the mission that we're gonna go on at the current moment. That's the only information that we have. The rest of the stuff we'll learn along the way. So as we get into this bamboo forest, maybe these different locations we can run into different NPCs doing their thing inside of this forest. You feel me? So maybe we can gather some more, what do you call it, missions. So we've got some pretty good. We've got trap table and encounter table, which also lets us know as far as the NPCs, their reactions are gonna go. We can come use the buildings. I'm not sure how I want to do that. Like I said, if you have any suggestions, drop it in the chat. Um, and see, we've got one where how we can create the NPC that we're gonna come upon. A monster table as well. We're gonna create our monsters randomly. We do have some dungeon hazards, dungeon hazard table, but I don't think that I'm gonna actually use that. So, but I think I'm gonna definitely utilize this right here. We've got a nice little table, a nice little index for our knave. I am gonna create my character probably on camera on Friday's video. So I'm gonna get ready to go ahead and wrap things up. Excuse me, and I'm gonna utilize this book as well, so we can throw in there and have some random things going on. Let me see what else. I think that was it. Yeah. So anybody who tunes into the live, I appreciate it. Anybody who has tuned in tonight, thank you so much for taking the time out to like the video. Like I said, it helps out a great deal. We got some really good, fantastic information. My mic is not on. Do 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 do. Do 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 do. There we go. I have to pay attention now to make sure that the mic is on. Man. All right. So, but yeah, we're gonna go ahead and sign off tonight. Hopefully, you were able to hear me. I don't know why I didn't notice that the light wasn't on the microphone. That's wild. The camera is nice though. Oh, I'm over here shaking the camera up. Sorry, I had to do that so I can connect the mic back, but it's good to go. But I'm going to go ahead and sign off. Wow. I'm going to go ahead and sign off tonight. And I'll see you guys back on Sunday when I go live again. Big difference. Yeah. I don't know. I think it was the connection. I'll just try to pay more attention because it is super lit up, which is wild. I don't know why I was so busy talking. Didn't even notice it. So, but yeah, big difference. Well, at least we know that the mic works. So I'm definitely gonna probably use this. I got a different setup too that I'm gonna try out. What do you call it, for my Friday video? So we'll see what it looks like. And I'm gonna try testing this mic out and make sure I pay attention to make sure that it's actually lit up. All right, so that's it. You guys have a fantastic night, and I'll talk to you guys later. Hopefully, I see you guys on Sunday on live again. You know what I'm saying? God willing. And you guys have an awesome night. I'll talk to you guys later. Peace, everybody.